All right, what is going on, ladies and gentlemen? How is it going? I am Is There No One Else, and I am currently on the Greymoor PTS, and I am here to show you guys the most exciting Mythic set, just because of potential that it has and intriguing build options. So, I am talking about Thrassian Stranglers. If you guys watched my patch note review, I was very excited about these. I'm not going to go into how to go about getting these mythics. Alcast has already done a video on it. I'm not going to go into... I want to go into the PvP aspects of this and how viable it is and what you're going to have to do to try and build around this, because I think this is a very unique set and it's definitely one of those things worth building around. I tested this quite a bit last night. I streamed last night after the PTS, and we went through this and we went through options and ideas, and I wanted to show that to you guys. I wanted to show you guys what this does because it's a lot. So with that being said, let's dive into it. Killing an enemy grants you a persistent stack of Slode's Call, up to a maximum of 20 stacks. Each stack increases your spell damage by 150, but also increases your damage taken by 2%. Removing the Stranglers, crouching, or going invisible removes all stacks of Slode's Call. These gloves pulse and writhe with the grotesque power of the Slode, sliding one's hands into these pelagic horrors imbues the wearer with arcane might. But like all Thrassian magic, this power comes at a price. So, if we do some quick math, 150 spell damage times 20 is 3,000. We can have up to 3,000 spell damage with a one-piece set while taking 40% more damage. Now, the reason this is interesting is not because it's not automatically OP. You know, just because you can do 3,000 spell damage, I'm taking 40% more damage. You know, I'm going to take 40% more damage wearing the set. So, it's interesting because the give-take is so powerful. You know, the 3,000 spell damage is more than 2 damage sets you can get. And so you get it off of killing people. And so some of the things I've seen on my Discord and people are talking are like, well, you have to kill a lot of people to get those stacks. Well, it's not just people, it's ads. So we don't have to worry about my build. I just want to show you exactly what I'm talking about. So I'm at normally like 1697 recovery, or 1697 spell damage. We are now up to 2276. We just gained some spell damage. If you are in PvP and you go to a resource and you kill all the ads at the resource, you will gain stacks of this. And as long as you don't crouch or go invisible, you will keep these stacks. And so I'm going to go around and I'm going to kill, you saw I was at 2276. I have to kill 20 ads in order to get these buffs. So if we look at it now, I'm at 2876. And so I'm obviously taking more damage, which is obviously problematic. But the point is, and the reason I'm so excited about this set, is if you can find a way to be tanky, you are going to get more spell damage on a magic attune running this than you are literally anything else in the game. And I talked quite a bit on a few of my videos about how Magicka needed more burst to combat stamina, and it's here. Like, this is the potential option. And yes, you have to build other ways to survive. You have to use your noodles to try and figure out how you're going to survive this 40% more damage taken. But if you can, you are going to shred people. So, we are going to just fully buff and get some more procs up. Alright, all my procs are down. We're at 4526. Just a few more kills, and we will be at our full stacks. And yes, I know I can have the buff tracker on the bottom. I was on the PTS. I know what the buffs, the full stacks are already. We proc Scathing Mage. Alright, 4826. So, with these gloves fully proc, there is no cooldown on them. I can have this spell damage the entire time as long as I don't crouch, take them off, or go invisible. So, this does not work for gankers. It does not work for bombers. But what it does work for is literally anybody else. I have 4826 unbuffed spell damage. This is without... I can just show you what I have, but I got Balorgon, I have Scathing Mage. Scathing Mage doesn't have any spell damage unless I proc it. Balorg has the one-piece spell damage. My jewelry, I'm running willpower, so I get max Magicka. I have no other spell damage outside of my Apprentice Mundus Stone, this jewelry, and my one-piece Balorg. I can take the Balorg off if you guys want to see that, but I'm at 4662 spell damage with Balorg off, with just the gloves. If I took off my Mundus Stone, which is giving me another 327, I would be at 4300 unbuffed spell damage. When I pop a pot, I'm at 5594. 5594 spell damage with just wearing the gloves. So if these other pieces were defensive pieces, I'd be at 5594 spell damage. Still, like, that's crazy. That is a crazy amount of damage for taking 50% more, for taking 40% more damage fully buffed. Now, is this viable? I don't know yet. I don't know yet, guys. I'm still in the process of testing it. I'm still in the process of trying to find ways to fit this in. But I've talked about this a lot on my channel. When you're trying to run a PvP build, you want to run sets that give you the most. You know, the most something. Like, you have an idea for how much health you want, how much sustain you want, how much survivability you want. You have your benchmark for those things. And then the rest you just want to stack damage, typically. Like, that's how I look at it. Some people, they only want X amount of damage, and then they want to stack in survival on top of that. You know, it doesn't matter how you build. Like, you need to know what your benchmarks are. This one-piece set gives us so much damage that it's worth trying to build in resistance sets, defensive sets, other forms of survival, because we have so much damage potential. And so we're going to just re-put back on our Ballard, and I wanted to show you guys something. But my Unbuffed Spectral Bow is 27,500 with these gloves fully procced. My Swallow Soul is 12,500 unbuffed. Now, if I was running an enchant on my back bar, if I proc Scathing Mage, we're looking at like 15,000 plus Swallow Souls. I got up to 9,000 spell damage yesterday with this pseudo build that will definitely not work in open world PvP. So that's the end of this video. I'm very excited about testing these gloves out and seeing how viable they are. I am not saying that these gloves are going to be amazing and you're going to be able to go out and two-shot everybody. Like I said, you're still taking 40% more damage, and you need to figure out ways how to survive while taking 40% more damage in a new meta where there's now a set out that gives 13,000 pen, where Blood Spawn's been nerfed, where some major protection stuff has been nerfed. It's going to be a little bit harder to survive. And so, for that reason, you're going to have to figure that out for yourself. You're going to have to come to your own theory crafting thoughts, but it's definitely worth looking at and trying to see if you can make work. That's going to be the end of this video. If you guys have any questions or comments, or if you just have some things that you might want to recommend for me to try out, like I said, I will be streaming the PTS on Twitch on Wednesday and Saturday. Just communicate with my channel. We kind of talk through some things and we go over ideas. We have access to everything, and we're trying to break the game. And so if we can try and find something that's viable in open world PvP, that's good for us. If we find something that's broken, it's good for the game. So if you guys want to participate in that, please let me know. You can tune in, like I said, Wednesdays at 9 p.m. Eastern and Saturdays at 1 p.m. Eastern. So that's going to be the end of this video. Thank you for watching, guys. Have a nice day.